Morning, Buffy. Coda. Morning. You gotta be prepared for this type of stuff. Good morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
So we're back on the GoPro for now.
Turn this down. Turn that music down.
What are you talking about? Angie is doing something right now that it helps me out because I have like horrible writing. So this is like my year end because I need envelopes to put my receipts in for the business and everything. It is raining outside. That's the update. Oh my goodness, they're at it again. Get her, Coda.
Wow, Coda. What have you been encouraging him to do?
You guys have been hanging out.
Wow. Coda, you are misbehaving.
So we're going to return this today. And we are going to get the GoPro Black 8. 8 Black. The GoPro, whatever it is. I can't remember what it's called. Whoa! So we're going to go out and we're going to get a different camera today. And then we're also going to go to Lowe's. And we're going to look up lighting for the kitchen. That's really exciting. Oh, look at this. We could still do a ginger dead house. So this is Walgreens in their Christmas section. Everything is 50% off. Oh, I just noticed on the camera too, battery level is down to like 3%.
What?
Yeah. Look at all the Christmas. Making Christmas. And on the other aisle over there, Valentine's Day. Okay, we are back to better videoing. Hi. Did I get you at an inopportune time? All right, back at Best Buy. Oh, did they clean up the trash? Yes, they did. They cleaned up the trash from the other day. That was right over there, yeah. What was that? For one reason, I'm glad that this camera continues to crash.
Caress your camera?
I didn't caress the camera.
You did. You're like...
No, I was like, oh. They were dirty. I was unmunging them. Yeah. What was I saying?
You heard something about...
of why this one here continues to have to need to be reset every once in a while or rebooted or whatever. It still has problems that it should not have. So I got the cool thought in my head. It's like, oh, wait a second. Whenever I use the warranty that I purchased for the camera on purpose, they ask me if I want to stick with that camera or whatever because it's just a dollar amount. I'm not stuck with that camera, so I'm like, oh, why don't I just warranty this camera and get the Hero 8 Black? That means that I'm not out any money, which is so great. That's so great. So, okay, and then the other thing of the reason why I want to start this clip is look at that. Do you guys see that? I know. This is what sucks about the GoPro is I can't zoom in. Let me get the dots off the windshield. Okay, not that car there. You can wave to them though and say hi. But no, right over there is like the tower. It's the police tower. I don't know what's going on, but they got police over there and they're like making sure the parking lot stays safe. So if they see something that happens, they have to stop. And then they can take off and run and get the guys after they're like fleeing the parking lot. Just kidding, that's not the way that works, but it sure sounds funny. Okay. Lowe's, here we go. Maybe. Cancel Lowe's. Back to the house. I forgot the gift cards. So we're gonna go rip some walls apart.
And then
stuff. And then go to Lowe's. In that order. Unless something else happens, which it quite possibly could.
No, we're sticking to the plan.
We're sticking to the plan?
Yes.
Do you know what the other plan is, too?
What?
Battery's gonna die. So this is the hat to her singing goat.
Here.
And we're getting a little distracted.
Sit.
Sit!
Good boy. No, don't eat it.
Buffy, sit. Hey, sit! Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh, really?
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Everybody just stop.
Okay, here we are. Taking off this blue wall.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, no, you're not.
I don't think so. Well, I do.
Now you are.
So, I've already... Oh, yes, thank you. Okay. Oh, okay, thanks. So, I've already tried. This is apparently where they had an old light switch. And I've tried to, punch it out.
Dude, why did you just do that again?
To illustrate my point.
Puppy's out.
So, everything is like messed up in this house. So we have this big ceiling fan, which we're getting rid of. We're gonna put regular lights in. But that big ceiling fan does not have an on-off switch. Well, on this side of the wall right here, you can't see it, so this is not illustrating my point correctly. But they got rid of a light switch here too. So I'm thinking that there's wires back behind here that control that light. Right? Okay, so we're gonna go in here and we're gonna tear this wall apart, maybe. This is like one of those claustrophobia bag things in a haunted house that people's lung and stuff get on. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. I'm always ready.
You always ready?
Unless I'm sick.
And then you're not ready?
Yeah, but I'm not sick.
But you are sick.
No, I'm not.
You just took medication.
Shh. Can't tell that to people. They'll think that I'm sick. You guys can probably already hear it, right? I woke up this morning, I'm like...
I thought I was in bed with somebody else.
You're listening to 96.5 Smooth Jazz. We're going to go to the request line right now, the love line. No? Okay.
Well, we didn't find any electrical.
Look at mouse.
But we found a dead mouse. Look at that. That's awesome. Is it like really... Is it crunchy? Look at that skull. That's...
It's so cute.
Wow. Once upon a time, there were maggots in our walls. Oh, it's got his tail too. Woo!
Wow.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
What?
His arm fell off.
Oh! Oh, look at his rib cage. Look at that. That's fantastic. And fur.
Hi, Buffy. Does it look weird in here now? Look at that, guys. There's less blue wall showing, and it's cold in here. Whew. Okay, so I just had the title for the vlog, and then I forgot it. So anyway, I want to say multiple change of plans, multiple changes of plans. What? I can't remember. I had this. Well, obviously it's already been done now because they're watching the vlog that I've already titled. But as of right now, in my time, I have no idea what I'm going to call this time. Anyway, she's going to fix dinner. I'm going to go get some popcorn. And we put some heat on Manny, and Manny's up there crawling around, right up there. So amazing.
Koda is sharing his heating pad.
Yeah. Look, that's her face. Oh yeah, look, say hi, Manny. Okay. Butter, popcorn. Perfect lighting in here right now. It's editing time, but
Perfectly bad lighting.
I know it's horrible right now. Oh, I got it. We both stand up. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Okay, this is from Carolyn Flynn. Here, open. Open, open, open.
Open! A snowman.
You got this? You want to help?
Oh, thanks.
Ooh, you want sparkles? Ooh. There you go. Good girl. She got her sparkle fix.
Aw, it's a birthday Phoenixies.
Oh, is it really? Oh, happy belated birthday, Phoenix. Minecraft stuff. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have Phoenix open
so
that
awesome.
next weekend. Crossing the miles at Christmas. Oh, that's why Buffy loved this card so much. Okay, there couldn't be a better time to stop and reminisce about the holiday times we've known and people that we miss. And so this comes across the miles while Christmas time is here to wish you happiness at last throughout the coming year. Merry Christmas, Troy, Angie, and Phoenix, Buffy, and Coda. From Caroline and Sean Flynn and fur babies, Belle, Rosie, Max, and Rowan.
Awesome.
And that's why Buffy's like,
Yep.
I can't go in and out because I might snot myself.
Yeah,
so.
please don't snot on us. We don't want snots.
Well, just because you said that, I want to now. Oh, no, no glitter.
Just a little bit.
So thank you very much.
It's all iridescent party, like snow.
Ew.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
But that sucked.
No, it's like a head massage.
Right, with sparkles.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing over there? Oh, we just got through playing with Manny too.
And then we wrapped her up.
Yeah, we're trying to keep her warm. She's not doing. Her hind legs aren't working too well.
Yeah.
Okay, but on the positive side, we gave them really good lives, and she hasn't gone yet. So, well, we're going to attempt to film COC so that we can go to bed. It's cold, so that's why I'm like this, and Angie's playing with the dog. If you didn't know better, you'd think that Buffy were a bear. And it sounds really... I've never really filmed this before. Buffy sounds like really like... But that's just the way that she plays. Now she sounds like E.T. Okay. So they're going to play. We're going to do COC. First comment of the night, The Grinch. First for once. Wow, congratulations. Bren, why not just get another GoPro? Which, you're right, that's what we're going to do. I mean, it's a good camera, but the GoPro was so much better for vlogs, in my opinion. The new camera looks like you're back in 2011, and the new cam cuts off the top of your head. Yes. Yeah. It was horrible, and it really sucks, because I read the reviews on it, and the reviews are pretty good, and the camera, just, I said it before, it looks sexy. I mean, as far as a camera could be looking sexy.
Just because something looks sexy doesn't mean it's worth having.
Flying Dutch Woman. Angie, you can apply for a fast card. Troy, you can as well.
What's a fast card?
Nexus.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know all the rules, and you get one, and you violate one of the rules, unbeknownst it to you, then that's bad.
Which I guess you wouldn't, because you have to go through an interview process to get one.
Oh.
I don't know, I filled out my paperwork, but I never submitted it.
Yeah. Well, last night, wasn't it just as slow as everything else?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
it was backed
okay.
up for a while. It was
backed up for like a long while.
Quite a long ways, but of course it still moves faster than the other thing.
Emerald Gypsy Heart, camera is meh. Oh, hate that term. What's Charles Trippy use? I don't know, but his camera goes in and out of focus all the freaking time, and the image stability on Charles Trippy's camera is horrible. So, for a long time there, I was like, well, why doesn't he use the GoPro? Because, I mean, it's a good camera, it just has its downfalls.
I like this camera.
I do too.
I don't like that there's been so many times where something's happening and you're like trying to get it to turn on to catch the moment, and you're like, I missed it because you can't get the thing to turn on.
Right, and that was my
freezes
point.
Up, and then you gotta take the entire thing apart, which probably didn't look like that big of a deal.
That was my point last night.
On camera, but it's like something's happening and you're trying to take it all apart and take the battery out, and it's still happening, and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss it, and you finally get it put back together and it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. You say things so well.
I don't know.
And sometimes I'm driving, and I can't be messing with the camera when I'm driving, so I can't sit there and take it out of its case and everything. Yeah, I've missed so much. Hello, Laura. The camera is a no. The most used vlogging camera is the Canon GSX Mark II, but it isn't cheap. Yes and no. I know a lot of vloggers have used this camera, but it has 3 downfalls. The focus, it goes in and out of focus, and you talk about it a little bit here. And it's horrible for doing that. Number 2, it gets dirt behind the lens fairly easily, and it costs like 1/3 the amount to repair that, and getting the dirt out from behind the lens. Trucker Josh had a problem with that. And then what was the third thing? I said 3 things, right? Yes, it's big. You can't just put it in your pocket. So it's typically for people that may do a vlog, but as far as I know, it's more of like sitting or around the home, or to where they're not going to pull out that big ass thing in public.
It's a vlog where it's like pre-planned, I'm going to be doing some vlogging.
Yeah.
Whereas your style is, I've always got it in my pocket, and I'm vlogging
Life as it happens.
sporadically throughout the day.
Yeah.
Unscripted.
Yes. Oh, totally unscripted.
Yes.
Sometimes to a fault. Extreme errands, stick with GoPro or one of the GoPro clones. Yep, I'm going to do that. Nicole Flynn, I don't know much about cameras, but I have to say the new camera is a no. The washout is really bad. It takes too long to focus. I honestly think the GoPro is the best, except for the freezing up problem. And it wasn't just a freezing up problem. It's the microphone. And you guys don't really notice it, I don't think. You notice it too much because I do change things post-edit with the mic. It's just a big pain in the butt to me, and a pain in the butt to me equates to more time spent. And I don't like spending a whole lot of time on things that should be taken care of initially with the raw file. And then Triv27 got us the awesome mic setup and everything, but that was so difficult to put into your pocket and take out, and you take it out and you've got this big apparatus with a fluff ball on it and everything. And I mean, the sound was much better than what we have right now, but it was all it's also about ease of use, like you're talking about. You're in a store, you're in public, wherever. It's not just sitting on the, although a bunch of vlogs have been sitting on the dash of the car, and that's wise, because that camera, this camera, with the mic and everything, was easier to use in the car. That's why I had so much driving footage. Well, besides I was
You're always in the car.
driving. Yeah, always in the car. Marie Winton, I had an Olympus Tough that had the flip up screen and it sucked. I only had it 2 months before the screen stopped working. When you zoom, the more you'd zoom, the more blurry the image would get, and you'd hear a tiny motor sound, almost like static. And I could probably, because it wasn't quiet, the camera, the zoom. And the colors are not as vibrant as the GoPro. Definitely, yes. Plus, newer GoPros have some stabilization. Yeah, it's gosh, I forgot the name of it. You'll remember it when I say it.
It's hyper or something or other. Hyper stabilization.
Yeah, something like that, which is excellent. I mean, it's excellent. But it's not available if you use the wide fisheye, because that's how they do it. It's programmed into it. So you guys know the GoPro has that wide fisheye. It does not have the image stabilization on that. What they do is when you take and you say, I only want this much video, that's how they stabilize it, is because it's got all this unused video from around it. It's a programming thing, so they're able to stabilize the video in the camera, and it is fantastic. In my opinion, it also depends on if you are an experienced vlogger or not. If you have to have a screen. If you have to have a screen to see yourself, it's kind of like a bicycle with training wheels. Once you take the training wheels off, or a driver's license, you don't learn to drive a car until you're by yourself, until you have your license. When you have a chaperone or your parent with you or whatever, you don't learn to drive until you get out on your own. So that's the whole thing with the screen. I prefer not to have a screen now. I used to like to have a screen, and now I don't. Although when I have like a booger or something, I guess that might be helpful. Keegan32, why did this change on the channel from HalloweenHellmouth to Beyond 1031? Can anybody tell me? Just curious. I know it's been a while. It's been a long while. Judy Hart, you answered and said change because there's more to the year than just October 31st. Changed a little more than a year ago, if I remember correctly. Well, it's actually changed since Phoenix came into the picture, quite honestly. But we haven't been doing Halloween every day, and it's beyond Halloween now. When we get around to doing Halloween again, you can bet your sweet patutors that
Tutors.
I don't know what that word is. Probably couldn't say it again if I tried, but we will be back to Halloween. Tyler Beaucamp, try the Canon GS or G7.6. It's a little bigger. It's a lot bigger. I used it daily for a while. I quit vlogging now, but I've got my batteries charged and plan to start up soon again on a new platform other than YouTube. It's pretty good, but I've already talked about what the downfalls of that camera. Can't put it in your pocket, and if you do, then you're going to get the lens all dirty back behind it, and then that's very expensive to do unless you're able to do it yourself. Monica Bredesen, I felt like a washed out, but the slow zoom kills it while vlogging. Yeah, it was a bad camera. We got rid of it. LJ Mike 1204 tried to be a little funny. If it freezes up, you might want to install an electric heater so it will defrost. Triv27, GoPro audio. Are you sure it's the USB connection giving you trouble? I believe so, because there was one time that it started to fuzz out. I didn't know it. Of course, I don't know this until post-edit. But I started to talk, and I realized that it was a little loose, so I pushed it in with my finger a little bit, and that whole sequence of when I did that produced the same effect that it was having when it was just fuzzing out. It's the exact same thing, so that's how I drew that conclusion. Murray Mitchell, I don't know a lot about cameras, but I like your old one better. Railfan Jason, I'm going to have to start looking for a new camera too. Never enjoyed doing that. I agree though, new camera looks cool, but that picture quality is not there. And yeah, the new GoPro Hero 8 Black has a nice enclosure, and it has a dynamic mic built into it and everything. And the enclosure is $80 more than the camera, but it's cool now because I'm going to warranty this camera out and upgrade, and it's only going to cost me $60 because that's the price for the new warranty plan. So, yeehaw. Carrie Ann, wow, you hear this starting to happen back down here. How you doing? Carrie Ann Olson, I spent today having a fondue with my family and sculpting. Fondue.
Is that a picture of the sculpting?
It could be. Hi, Angie.
Hi, Carrie Ann.
L. Hoff. They do make a vlogger's camera, but it's not cheap. It's the Canon GSX Mark II.
Everybody's talking
I know
about that
everybody's
same
talking about that.
It's a no-go. We're not getting that camera.
We're not getting that camera because it's got too many problems.
5 years ago, that was the camera to have.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, not so much.
But it's older now, and it's too big, and
It's too big, and that's
you would
coming
just
from
get
a woman saying
fuzz
that.
behind the lens.
She's going to hear that tomorrow, and she'll be like,
I
oh, tee
heard you.
Oh, did you hear me?
And I'm not going to go, aha, tee.
I just did. Okay, all right. Tomorrow, we didn't go to Lowe's today, obviously, but we got a lot done today, so that's awesome. So tomorrow,
If you keep talking, is it going to go lower?
it probably will.
Can you make it go lower?
I can make it go lower. I could be like Trace Adkins right now.
Why do you start to sound all twangy when you go low?
Because I'm starting to sound like Trace Adkins. Swing, bada, bada, swing. Honky tonk, but donkey donk.
God. Somebody save me.
I will. All right. Happy awning, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.